Welcome back. That brings me a great deal of joy. No, please come. Sit. And before we begin, I like to have these little wagers, and I have a new one for you. You didn't sign over your soul one time, which I found to be sad, but you did take me up on my offer of what was our little wager? You came out ahead. It was for a few $100,000. Now here's my wager today. You see, I have a nice little cutting block. Right? There you go. And here's my offer. Okay, here's my offer. Let's do a quick hand heads up. You versus me. Okay, before any money is exchanged. If you win, if you win, I will spot you $500,000 in chips. $500,000. Okay. However, if you lose, you give me your pinky. Just this little. No, you won't even feel it. You won't even notice. I mean, this is like this. It feels like one of those paper cutting machines from elementary school. Just like that. And then I'll have a pinky, and then you'll be $500,000 richer no matter what. You want to do it? Ooh, I like it. I'll tell you what. I'll make it ultra fair. Okay. Cut the deck. Look at our gold card here. Just so there's no shenanigans, okay? So let's take the deck. And I'm going to have you cut it. Just so you know, there's no stacking and no tomfoolery, okay? Right here, about here. Okay, we're going to cut that right to the back, okay? Just like so. And back, oops, other side of my slider doodle. My technical name is slider doodle. In you, pumpkins in you. Alright. And put that guy right about there. Okay. And you would agree this is a fair deck. Okay. 500,000 or your pinky. You ready? Here we go. You get a 7, 12. I have a 6. What are you gonna do? The book says stand. What are you gonna do? You think that 12 is good enough? Or do you want to hit? You're gonna hit and 14. Now what? You're gonna stand. Ooh. We have 16. And look at that. You won. Well, that's too bad. I'm going to keep you for later in case somebody else wants to take me up on the offer. But, congratulations. $500,000 in chips. These are $25,000 chips. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100. That's 200. Yeah, that's 300,000 right there. Oops, too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 300,000. And some $10,000 chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That makes 400,000. And we'll match that stack there. That makes, good grab. And that makes 500,000. And just like that, let's play your bet. 30 grand, $30,000 bet. There we go. I like it. Coming out swinging. Appreciate that. And here we go. Yay. 9. 17 versus our 4. You're going to stand on that. And we get a 16. And bust. Alright, $30,000 richer. That's not a bad way to start your day. Did you have your Wheaties this morning? You look like you had your Wheaties. I like it. You didn't let it ride for $60,000. 10, And 19. You are on a streak. Oh, I have a 10 though. You understand? What did I get? 18. Well, look at you. Look at you. So that's 50,000 and 60,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $60,000. Okay. And are you thirsty, my friend? I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. So clever. Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty, my friend? Maybe a little tequila, whiskey, a water, just a water, like a fizzy water, yeah, like some San Pellegrino or Perrier or something. Can we get our friend some San Pellegrino, please? Yeah, coming right up. Here, bet. And 30 grand, 30,000. Betting $30,000 and gets you a 10. Jiggities and oh, look at you, Jiggity Jacks versus my tray. You're gonna stand on that. We have 10 and 16 and 18 once again. $30,000 richer. Not a terrible way to be. 30,000 again. 1, 2, and 30 grand, and we get a 7. To say 16, you have been quite lucky against me. The book says hit. What do you want to do? You're going to stand. Ignore the book. Fine. We have 12. And finally, 19. We won one. And you're it. And 20,000. All of a sudden, tables turn. You get on your sphincter puckers on me, huh? Your sphincter puckering. 18 versus my 6. You're gonna stand. And we have 12 and 15 and bust. So you can relax your sphincter. All is well and good. More money's flowing your way. I mean, I don't know why you're being in any way, shape, or form upset or nervous. You are literally gambling with my money. No, I don't have a problem with that. 50 grand. Oh, I'm gonna make a statement. 50,000. You think it's your money now? It is. It is your money. You can leave anytime you want. Look at you with the ladies, with the boys, jacks and queens, and nice sixes. And you could split, and you're never supposed to split 10s. No, you're not gonna split. We have an 8. And we have 18. It's $50,000 right there. You are cooking with gas. Yeah, 100 grand. You're gonna let that ride. $100,000 at play. Ooh. Wow. Well, let's see if you do it. And today happens to be your lucky day. You did it. You did it. You did it. You had blackjack on 100 grand. That's very impressive. That's 100 grand right there, and that's another 50,000 right there. Now I gotta tell you, you have nerves. You got balls, kid. Well, we're telling you don't have balls. Well, that's for sure. 50 grand again. Okay, 50 grand. And wow, 10 and 17 versus my deuce. And you're gonna stand. And we get 12. 17 we pushed. Well, that's better than not pushing, I suppose. And your bet, letting it ride 50 grand, and we get a 4. And 14 versus my ace. Now, would you care to purchase insurance? No insurance. Play on. You're going to hit 14 hits and becomes a 15. 15 hits and becomes a bust. Oh well. Oh well. Your bet. 20,000. Okay, 20,000. And we get a deuce. my 4. Of course, you're going to double down. Doubling down, and that 11 becomes a 21. And we have 10 and 15 and bust. So, $48,000 more in your name. Oh, the water. That took a minute. Good, that's your water, your Pellegrino there. Are you a teetotaler? You want to keep sharp. You don't want to let your you don't let your senses dull when you're near me. I don't. Listen, you're safe here. As long as you don't mess with me, I'm not gonna mess with you. I have a very strict code. 30 grand. I have a strict code. Ace. Ooh. Are you gonna do it twice? 19. No. You're safe against my 10. And what do you want to do? You're going to stand on 19. We have jiggities. And your bet. 30 grand. Okay, 30 grand. And we have a 10. 17 versus my ace once again. Would you care to purchase insurance? Going once and no insurance again this time. Oops. What was I saying? You're safe. No one desired. If I hurt somebody that came in this play, nobody would want to come and play with me anymore. And that's not. It's a bad reputation right there. I have a business to run. Your bet. And $20,000. A $20,000 bet, and you get a 10. Of course you do. Why not? Oh, look at you, 20. Look at you. Versus my 10. 13. 19. You did it again. Feel like Britney Spears. Oops. You did it again. Well, I should say I did it again. I'm the one who's paying you the money. I'm the one who's paying out all the money. Not Britney. Britney's doing. She had a tough go, that kid. Your bet. 30 grand. Yeah. I remember when I was a young man. Britney was on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine. No, she was in Rolling Stone magazine. Whew. Made my heart go better. 15 versus 10. What do you want to do? Wait, I should check. Play out. And you're going to hit 15 hits. It becomes a bust. And we had jiggies. Yeah, that was impressive. Your bet. 50 grand. Ooh, all of a sudden, you know you're going to win one. Here we go. $50,000 gets you a 5. And 15 versus my ace. And again, would you care to purchase insurance? No insurance. And play on. You want to hit and 16. You want to hit 16 hits and becomes a 17. What do you want to do? You're going to stand. We have a 17 ourselves, but as I say, in spite of what my table says, I play Vegas rules, and they make you hit those 17, so I'm going to hit that, and now I have 17, so in the end, we pushed. Okay, and letting it ride, just letting it ride 50 grand, that gets you a 3, and a 12 versus my 8, and again, you're going to hit that 12 against an 8, and it gets you a 21. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Must be nice having all that work. $20,000 bet. Well, ace. Ooh, I'm gonna get you a blackjack. So it's 16 versus my 6. What do you want to do? I didn't think you could probably double down with that. I want to try doubling down. Just for kicks, see what happens. Let's see what happens. You got a soft 16 or a 6, and you now have 18. A soft 18. Not a terrible hand. And we have a 17 again, and what is that? 16 now. Yeah, 16 and 21. Well, that is the math, right? 11 plus 10 is 20. Yep, we did the math right. That's unfortunate for you. That's unfortunate for you. Your bet. 20,000. Betting $20,000. Now we have a 9. And we have a 17 versus my 10. And what are you gonna do? Stand. We have 13. 13, and we bust. Just like that. Ups and downs and topsy-turvies and backs and forths. Ups and downs and topsy-turvies and backs and forth. Letting it ride for 40 grand. Oh, right, 40 grand. Gets you a 6. Gets you a 15. Versus my 10. And what do you want to do? You're going to hit that 15. Hits and becomes a 19. Not bad. We're going to stand on that. We have 16. And bust. Once again, today is your day. Well, I think it's nice when my guests are happy. Do I not seem like the kind of person who has gratitude to you? I have a whole lot of gratitude. I have gratitude for you, actually. Oh, stop it. You're making me misty. And your bet $30,000. Betting 30 grand. And let's see what you get me all misty-eyed. Gotcha. You get the 4. And you get the 10. Oh, that's exciting. What happens? Oh, it's my 10. Well, normally you would double down. Next thing's everything except for a 10 or an ace. So you're just going to hit. Alright, I'm just going to hit. Yeah, 10 turns into a 17. And you're going to stand on that. Now, let's see what I get. And I have 12. That's not good. 12 becomes a 17 or so. What's a push-a-rooski? It's a push-a-rooski. And I'll let it ride again. 30 grand. Alright. 30 grand. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. With a 6. 10 versus a 10. Well, you're not going to like this, but it's about time something went my way. It's that old song, My Way, by Frank Sinatra. You know what's funny? There's a much better version, in my humble opinion, by the Gypsy Kings. You familiar with the Gypsy Kings? 20 grand. Great band, Gypsy Kings. And they sing that song. And it's called Me, Manetta, My Way by the Gypsy Kings. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a big fan of that. Big fan of that song. It's beautiful. You should look it up when you get home. You could split these, you could hit. What do you want to do? You feel like hitting, probably, if this was like a 6 or a 4, 5, or 6, I'd probably split. But now this is 14, we're just going to hit the 14 and 17. Stand on 17, we have 19. 19. And your bet. $20,000, $20,000 bet. Now you get a deuce. You get 5. Versus 10. Okay. We have 5. 15. 15 becomes a 18. And stand. And we have 19. Oof. Now, tables have turned a little bit, haven't they? Yeah, quite the start. Again, you're literally enjoying all this of my money. Again, you're free to leave at any time you like. But you want to stay a little longer, don't you? Just a little bit longer. Yeah. What are you betting? 30 grand, $30,000 bet. That is a 10. That is a 14 versus a tray. And you're going to stand on 14. Okay, 3 becomes a 9. 9 becomes a 15. 15 becomes a bus 22. So you won one back there. There you go. Nice. We played. Letting it ride. Okay, 60 grand. You're feeling a turn. You're feeling a turn in the force. And you get a 9. And you get a 11. Versus a 9. What are you gonna do? You're gonna double. You're gonna double. That's right. That's right. Let's match that beautiful stack. Here we go. And 21. Well, never say I didn't do something nice for you. Unless I match 16, probably not. Well, that might be very frustrating for you to have a push on that hand. On the other hand, you didn't lose, so that's good. You didn't lose. You're just gonna let the 60 grand ride. Okay. Letting the 60 grand ride. Well, let's see what happens. This time you get an ace. And this time you get a 13 versus our 6. And you, of course, are going to hit. And 13 becomes a soft 17. What do you want to do? You want to hit soft 17 hits and becomes a hard 17. Stand. And we have 10. 10 becomes a 15. Good thing you hit that. 15 becomes a bust. Oh, well, you didn't win the last hand. That would have been very impressive. But you still won 60 grand on that one. Way to leave it out there. Again, I'm very impressed with your balls. I feel like Archer phrasing. Your bet. 30 grand. All right, $30,000. Let's see what you do. You get a 10 and 18 versus a 9. You're gonna stand, and we have 19. There we go. And 20 grand, 20,000. You get an 18 versus our 6, and you're gonna stand. And we have an 8. We have 18. Push. Double it up. 40 grand. Okay, doubling it up. $40,000. And you get a 5. 8 versus my 10. And play out 8 hits and becomes a 15. 15 hits and becomes a 19. You're going to stand on that. And we have 15 ourselves, and 15 becomes a bust. Well, there you go. There you go. $40,000. More in your name. Alright, and your bet. $20,000. Betting $20,000. I like it. I like it, kid. I like it. It's 18 versus my 4. You, of course, are going to stand. We have 13 ourselves. 13 becomes a 20. Got lucky on that. I'll take a little lady coming back my way. After all, I don't even get to collect your pinky. Next time. Next time. Next time. Your wager. 50 grand. $50,000. Okay. And we get a 10. maybe you knew something. And you get a 13. Maybe you didn't. And I have a 10. These ladies. And your 13 hits and becomes a 15. 15 would like to hit and becomes a bust. Bit too much that time. I guess as they say, you can't win them all. Actually, not true. You could win them all. It's possible. I wonder if that's ever happened to somebody. I wonder if somebody, famously sat down, 30 grand. Somebody phoned if somebody ever famously sat down on a blackjack table and just won like 20 hands in a row. That must have happened before, right? You just start winning and you keep winning. It's totally possible. 6 hits and becomes a 8. 8 hits and becomes a 11. My math right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 hits and becomes a 14. 14 hits and becomes a 21. Wow. Is that 6 cards to 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and that equals 21, 10, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21. And we, of course, have a 20. That reminds me, see, nobody ever pays attention when this happens to you, only when, you take the bad beat when you have 20 and the house gets a 21 like that everybody freaks out. But when you don't, nobody freaks out. Nobody acts like justice has been served. I'm not wrong. And, one more hand. Play till you lose. Oh, I like it. Play till you lose. Let's see what happens. What are you going to bet? 30 grand. Okay, play till you lose. Let's see what you do. You get a 9. T versus my 10. And you're going to stand and... I won. That was short. That was short, but... well, let's see what you're walking with. You're going to get paid, don't you worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that makes 100 grand. And match that stack, and that's 200 grand. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 260 grand. And that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So that's what you started off with by not losing a pinky is 500 grand. And so then you're walking 5, 6, 700, $760,000. That is not a bad day at the office, if I do say so myself. No, please take your chips, head up to the front, and my friend will be happy to cash you out. As always, thank you for coming and joining me here, and thanks for playing my little game. See you real soon.